Fans salute pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good morning, DS. My name is Sarah Jackson.
And I'm Eddie Caldwell. And welcome to another great broadcast of TNN, Tigers News Network. We hope that you enjoyed our first few broadcasts of the year. Well, without waiting any longer, let's get right over to lunch.
Break! Baseball season in the house tonight. Move that body from left to right. Baseball season in the house tonight. Move that body from left to right.
Good morning, DS. My name is Cameron Hurd, and I would be doing the lunch for y'all today. Today we will be having barbecue, pork sandwich, sweet potato, salad, cookie, fruit and fruit juice, and your choice milk. And now back to the desk with Addie and Sarah.
Thank you for that wonderful lunch menu. Now over to weather with Dylan Adcock.
Morning, DES. My name is Dylan Adcox, and I'll be doing the weather for you today. Today is February 1st, 2018. Happy February, everyone. High 60, lows 37. We have a 50% chance of rain, afternoon showers. Winds will be blowing out of the south-southwest at 7 miles per hour, and the humidity is 87%. Now back over to the news desk with Addie and Sarah.
Thank you for the weather report. Now it's time for the thought of the day with Luke Walker.
I am Luke Walker, and I will be doing your thought of the day. I am not a product of my circumstance. I am a product of my decisions by Stephen Covey. You see, far too often we look to our circumstances to determine what's going to happen next. We are always tempted to let our circumstances define us. That's kind of part of the human nature, I guess. We use excuses like, well, I can't because that's awesome for them, but you need to understand my situation. I was going to do it, but this is a critical mistake we as humans will make over and over again unless we address it. We will not let our circumstances define us, because if we do, our circumstances, they'll defeat us. Mine will not defeat me, I promise.
Thank you for those inspiring words. Now let's get into some announcements, but before we do so, Coach Talbert and Dr. Dark have a very important announcement to make.
All right, thank you, Sarah. And I don't know if you didn't notice, Doc, but we had a new, well, not really new, a team member come in today, sit in on the news team today. She was a 4th grader,
right?
Addie Caldwell. Did you see her in the studio?
I did see her in the studio. You know, I understand she's good in front of the camera and behind the camera. That's great.
Well, you know, we try to get some 4th graders because they eventually be 5th graders and they'll be on the 5th grade news team. So usually this time of the year we try to get a few new. But that's not what we come here today to talk about, Doc. Right. We do have something that we need to share. We do. And that is the breakfast that we're trying to get every kid in the school. Kirby sends out the breakfast numbers every morning, and they are not right. Well, they're not where we want them.
Right, they're not.
This morning the totals was 438 kids out of probably right at 675 kids.
Right, that's correct.
We're trying to get at least 500 kids every morning to eat. We want 675 to eat.
Yeah,
that would be great, but sometimes that doesn't work out.
Right.
And let me just give you some grade levels. Pre-K had 24 kids. They have usually about what, 30?
There's 38 of them.
38 of them.
37 of them.
37. 24 of them 8. That's not bad.
Yeah.
How many average? What's the average of each grade?
Oh,
anywhere from 80 to 100 kids.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
That'd be a good range.
All right.
So there's one that's like 105 or so. But
all right, kindergarten had 67 eat this morning. 1st grade had 69. 2nd grade had 50 kids out of the entire grade to eat. 3rd grade had 54. 4th grade is kicking it. They had 84 kids out of 4th grade to eat. So good job, 4th grade.
Yeah.
5th grade, you got to pick it up. 5th grade, you had 48 kids eat out of the whole 5th grade. And 6th grade, you're dead last. you had 43 kids. Come on. All right? Now, Doc, what we want to tell them is this breakfast is free.
Free, that's a big word, and that's exactly what breakfast is. It's free.
It's free. So what we want you to do, when you get off the bus in the morning, all bus riders, you have a choice to get a hot breakfast in the lunchroom, or you can walk up the hall and get pastries, a breakfast bar, milk, and juice.
That's correct.
And that once you get this pastry or your juice and your breakfast bar, that they can sit right there in the hall.
That's right.
And eat it.
There you go. That's exactly right. And I know there's been concerns about students eating in the hallway, but at the same time, this is something that we're receiving from the superintendent. He's saying breakfast participation.
And of course, it's a free breakfast.
It's free.
And let's get that. Eat breakfast in the morning. One, it's good. It's a good way to get your morning. If I had a chance to eat free breakfast, I would.
Oh yeah.
There's no doubt. Now, car riders, same thing. I guess when you get out of your car in the morning, come down the hall, get you a hot breakfast from the lunchroom, or stop right there in the hall and get Pop-Tart or some type of pastry, milk, and juice. Because here's the thing: we don't want you doing. We don't want you getting out your car, going into the gym, and then getting to your classroom and say, "Hey, listen, Miss Gardner, I didn't eat this morning." Well, Miss Gardner's gonna say, "Look, you had your opportunity to get to that lunchroom before you came to class." So she's probably not gonna let you go because we don't want kids running around or roaming the halls. So make sure you get your breakfast. If you're a bus rider, as soon as you get off that bus, and if you're a car rider, come into this building, get you a breakfast, and shouldn't have any problem.
It shouldn't be. Yeah, it shouldn't be. And teachers, you're going to have to work with us on this. I know, as I said, we've got a space issue, as you know. 675 children, we've got to get them fed, and we've got to do it because the high school is going to come in right behind us.
Yeah.
And then the lunchroom's got to start preparing for the lunch.
Yeah.
And that is a lot of food preparation for a lot of people. So teachers, you got to work with us on this. We want participation. Superintendent says we're going to have higher participation, and that's just the way it is.
It's got to be.
It's got to do what we got to do.
Students, this is a great. This will be a great chance for you to become a leader. One, if you see something in the hall that needs picking up and cleaning up after you eat breakfast, just go in and do it. If you have some crumbs right there in your area, pick them up, clean them up, sweep them up. That way, your teachers are not having to do it, and the custodians are not having to come around and do it. Breakfast is the most important meal of the day, so we need to make sure we're eating that breakfast in the morning. Yeah. Doc, I appreciate you coming on the show today.
Glad to, anytime. And
anytime?
Well,
I've asked you several times.
Yeah, okay. Also, Thursday afternoon, we will have a faculty meeting.
Thursday afternoon faculty meeting?
Yes.
What time?
As soon as the buses are gone, we'll get started.
As soon as the bus is gone. Yep. Can I go ahead and tell you I probably won't be at that faculty meeting?
Probably be there. Well, that's nothing new, so you put that in.
That's funny. Dog, you try to sound on them faculty meeting. We may leave that in. All right. Thank you, guys. So we're going to get back over to the news desk with Sarah and Addie. Thank you.
DES Junior Beta fundraiser for convention is a door hanger paint class at Mix It Up for $35 per person. February the 3rd from 10 to 12, and the second class starts at 12 and ends at 2. February the 8th, the class will begin at 5:30 and end around 7:30. Contact Tabitha Smith, 5th grade, if you have any questions.
United Way Music and Magic Show will be tomorrow. Everyone should have had their $5 in today.
Blue Jean Ball, February the 9th, is $20. This is the first PTO Mother and Son Dance. Money will be accepted up to February the 2nd.
Father-Daughter Sweetheart Dance is February 15th from K through 6. Cost is $20, then the time is from 5 to 7 in the DES gym.
Donuts with Dad is March the 6th. Pre-K through 1st is 7 till 8:30 at the Rec Center, and 2nd through 6th is March the 7th.
Yearbooks for sale, $45.
Muffins with Mom is February the 6th, pre-K through 1st, 7 o'clock till 8:30, and in the Rec Center, and 2nd through 6th is March the 7th. The habit for February is Habit 5, seek first to understand, then to be understood. On Leadership Color Day or Club Day, we will wear the color red. And the lobby is being decorated by 1st grade, and the community service project is the Heart Association quarter drive through Jump Rope for Heart.
Well, that brings us to the end of the broadcast. And as we always say, have a great day or not, the choice is yours.